bless you. Peter Gilmore here on this Friday afternoon. Back to you again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And share this video all over the internet. And don't forget that goddamn bell and turn on all notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. And that's my about that. So like the video, subscribe to my channels, follow me on social media, share the videos all over the internet, and don't forget to tap the goddamn bell. And that's probably all I got to say about that. Yeah, I tried to fix it last night. You know, Rosa came back yesterday. She came back with a new battery in there, but obviously the battery's dead. It was a dead battery, and you know, it is what it is. But hopefully, this weekend I'll go to the dollar store, get some 9-volt batteries, and hopefully I can open that thing up. She showed me how to open it up. That's what she said. Shut up. So like I said, I'm gonna hopefully get that 5 seconds or whatever it is. And if this video's lagging, I apologize, and that's all I can say about that. And probably the last video I do on this last live video I have, because I only have 2 hours and change left on StreamYard. So whatever videos I do on this channel, my PG Ranch channel, my Metal Guy channel, will be on the phone, so they won't be live. So but like I said, if this video is lying, you know what it is. My stupid internet connection, it sucks. Big hairy excuse me, big hairy fat cock. And that's all I can say about that. Got these out the wazoo. It is what it is. Got my throwback 49ers Kaepernick jersey on today. So gotta rock the Niners today, even though training camp's not for another month or so. So gonna rip my Niners, for my brother from another mother. Love you, man. But pretty soon, training camp is gonna be starting. And then right after that, football's coming in preseason, and then the start of the 17-game season, 17-week season, I should say, begins, and right after Labor Day. So can't wait for that. And hopefully the Niners have. I don't know what the schedule is. I looked at it, but I think the Niners have a pretty meh schedule. They always play against the Seahawks, the Rams, the Cardinals, and then I think they're playing against the NFC, not NFC, AFC Central or the West this year. I'm not sure, but they got the Packers again. I think they're playing the Saints again, and playing the Packers. It's gonna be an interesting season, with their new quarterback. Well, not their new quarterback, but their quarterback of the future, Trey Lance, who's supposedly going to play more games than Garoppolo. So we'll see what he does. So gonna be an interesting year for the Niners. With Kittle coming back, with Bosa coming back. There's reports that Richard Sherman might be coming back, hopefully, but we'll see. The Bosa, that secondary and cornerback situation. Got a couple other guys coming back that were hurt last year. We've got a couple good receivers. You got Debo, and you got Ayuk still coming back again. You got a couple new guys we got in the draft. Things are looking up. things are looking up. I think I think the Niners will once again challenge for the NFC West title, and we'll see what happens come September. But it is what it is. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, on this May the 7th, 2021, kind of a nice day here in the Northeast. It was sunny. It's chilly, about 60-something degrees. Kind of like a spring day, like a early spring day, even though it's May 7th. And the unofficial start of summer is about a little over 3 weeks. So Memorial Day's coming up in 3 weeks, and you got Mother's Day on Sunday. So be nice to your mama, as Mr. T says. So I'm going out with my mama to nice lunch, but it is what it is, and that's it. And yeah, that's it. And as you know, I mentioned before, I'm not in Florida, obviously. So yeah, Rosa just landed in sunny, hot Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So she's going to be there for the next 10 days in the heat. Going to be about 85 to 90 most of those days. I wish I was there. God damn it. Ugh. But sadly, she sprung this thing up on me, on Monday night. She's like, I'm going to Florida on Friday, by the way. Just wanted to let you know. I'm like, what? You invite me? Come on now. So yeah, I'm going to be here alone in my house with the kitty, with the wrestling cat, watching tonight. We got the old school SmackDown tonight, which still don't know what's going to happen tonight. I mean, the wrestlers don't even know what's going on tonight. The people in the back, the higher ups, the production crew don't even know what the fuck's going on tonight. Right now we don't. As of right now, the Fist set is not going to be there, even though it's in the warehouse. So we won't know until 8 o'clock if the Fist set is going to show up, or we're going to get the. But I'm like probably about 95% sure we're not going to get the Fist set unless they shock us. But 95% sure we're not getting the fucking Fist set tonight on old school, throwback SmackDown as they call it. I don't know if they're gonna have the same fucking set, that's always been in the Thunderdome, or the new Thunderdome, I should say. But who knows? Who cares? But the only thing I'm actually looking forward to is Roman's gonna come out, probably do a promo or get involved in the Cesaro Seth Rollins match near the end of the show, which is probably gonna be the main event, I would assume. Get involved, probably beat Cesaro, and then they're probably gonna announce next week on the Go Home show that, we got no hype. There's no hype for the match. I mean, you're kind of hyping the feud, but if you're gonna announce the match 2 days before the pay-per-view, that's no hype to me. But it is what it is, huh? So we'll see what happens tonight on Throwback SmackDown. Not that it's gonna be anything great, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. All right. Like I said, on this Friday afternoon, May the 7th, 2021, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th, 2021, from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. All right. This was the big one, ladies and gentlemen. They've been building this up for about a month or so. The epic battle between the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho and his Inner Circle, taking on MJF and the Pinnacle in a 2-ring, double cage, war game style match called Blood and Guts. This was the big one. This was going to be, hyping it for like a month. People saying it's going to be the biggest freaking Dynamite in history. It's going to get the big, people thinking, it's going to get a 1.2 or better in the ratings. Well, still, it was a good show. The match was pretty damn good. Ending sucked. You know, people are still bitching about the ending. You know, people are for the ending, like, oh, it was great, a great ending. You know, and other people are like, oh, landed on a crash pad. You know, people are still bitching about it. It is what it is. Personally, I thought the match was great. I think everybody was busted wide open. Great match, good spots here and there. You know, Sammy Guevara almost killed himself. You know, and then with the ending, the way it came up, with the ending, with what happened, I thought that was a corny ending. And the way the camera shots through most of the night were pretty good, except for what happened at the end. I think should have been a different camera angle. But it is what it is. I'll get to that in just a second. But like I said, the show was awesome from beginning to the end, except for the sucky ending. Because Tony Khan, I love Tony Khan, not like that, but Tony Khan cannot deliver an ending to either a pay-per-view or a Dynamite to save his life. I mean, we all saw the debauchery of that exploding barbed wire match at Revolution. We all thought it was going to end with a bang, and it ended with a fizzle. With the sparklers going off, and then, the supposed the ring blows up. And it wasn't even a big explosion. Like when they tested it out, it was a big ass fucking explosion. And then, when they got to the event, all we got was fucking sparklers coming off, and the fucking ring did barely exploded. It was a stupid ending. Got the buy rates and everything, but it is what it is. But this past Wednesday night, with that ending, people were bitching. And the rating came out, and I thought they were going to get 1.2, maybe a 1.3, the highest rating that EEW has ever had. Maybe over 1. Right? The ratings came out today and pulled a 1.09, or if you want to round it up, 1.1. Not bad, but still. Thank you for the dislikes, assholes. So, because that's all you can do. Just because you got nothing else to do. Just sit at home on your Commodore 64. Just come on my videos. I know people watch because I see how many people are watching, and then it goes to 2, and then goes 0. I don't care how many viewers watch, but most of you are blocked anyway. So all you can do is fucking come on my fucking channel and dislike like I don't give a shit. Still, you can suck my royal fat super Italian cock, and that's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, so let's get to the review. Let's not waste any time, because I don't have much time on StreamYard. So let's get to it. And yeah, I will fix that. Eventually, hopefully this weekend I'll fix that. That's what she said. But yeah, all right, let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. So start off. Dynamite or the whole place is different because they had 2 rings. I'm surprised they put 2 rings in that little dinky arena. I mean, they had to tear down the stage, move everything back. It felt like, when they first went to Daly's Fighter Fest or one of those pay-per-views, you had just one tunnel, and then you got the crowd like what was the stage, then the entire crowd around it. So they kind of did something like that, except for the crowd on stage and shit. But so they did that, and surprisingly, both rings there and the cage, even though they filmed most of that prior, so it wasn't really live, but still, it is what. So we start off with our first of the night. We had Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley taking on the elite, the elite of well, I don't know if he's in the elite, but he's part of the group. We have Michael Nakazawa, or as called MT Nakazawa. Don't know what the MT stands for, but it is what it is. And the champion, the AEW champion, Impact champion, and the AAA Mega champion, Kenny Omega. As they come out with the Invisible Hand, Don Callis. So Nakazawa and Callis come out first, and I guess Kenny was going to get a big entrance or something like that. So they come out, and then Don Callis gets on the mic, says that Kenny Nakazawa was going to have to take on Kingston and Moxley all by himself. So I was like, no. And he's like, not even in his gear. He's just like, producer's back, like a backstage producer shirt. And he has his headset on. And he has the damn laptop. What if it is what it is? So to the ring, and then Moxley and Eddie make their entrance. We see Kenny Omega attack them both from behind. So then we start the match. And they start just start beating his ass. Nakazawa's a running uppercut. Kenny hits one. They just start to lift Jesus out of Kingston, and then Moxley pull his friend down from top rope move. He just start beats the crap out of both men. Sends Nakazawa out. Kenny attacks from behind, and it looks like back. Now we finally get the legal men in the ring. So Kenny and Moxley go at it, and then Omega go. Then Kenny leaves the ring, and then Moxley hits a suicide dive to the outside, knocking both men down. And I think Don Cat at ring, not at commentary. I think I don't even know where he was. So they go back in. Moxley whips Bug. Bug got in somehow from the freaking door. Anyway, Moxley whips Kingston into Nakazawa, hits a running high knee. Then he sends Nakazawa to a knee from Kingston for a near fall as Kenny breaks it up. And Kenny's Moxley, off of Kenny. And then Nakazawa hits Kingston in the nuts with a low blow. Then he takes off his neck, starts choking Eddie Kingston with it until the referee tells him to stop. And then Kenny sits on the head of Kingston after tag. And then goes to work on Eddie a bit. Eddie comes back with some uppercuts, and then whips and knocks the back of Eddie on the apron. And then Kenny hits the ropes, flies off the ropes, and hits a leg drop to the back of the head for a near fall. Then he goes for his and he stops it. And he dropped the hip. Omega chops him. And Kingston, Eddie fires back with some punches. And then Kenny with an Inzagiri And then after that, he picks him up in a fireman's carry and hits the senton. And he hits the "you can't escape." But when he went for the moonsault, and he rolled through, he gets up, hits a big time clothesline on Kenny, tags in Moxley, Nakamura. I keep saying Nakamura. I don't know why. Nakazawa comes in. Moxley beats the shit out of him. Then he slams Kenny into the mat. Nakamura. I keep saying Nakazawa takes his shirt off, hits the rubber clothesline. Moxley hits a German suplex. Then he picks him up and hits a pound drag. Then he goes out of the ring. He's like, this, leaves Niall for dead. Eddie hits a suplex. Moxley running clothesline combination. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Moxley and Eddie Kingston pick up the win in about an 8-minute match. Most of it was. Match was alright. Gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And about it. Afterwards, as Eddie and Moxley are celebrating, out come the Young Bucks in their stylish Hawaiian shirts and shorts, and they're on the stage, and they're distracting them. And then the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, come out and attack Eddie and Moxley from behind, and get in the ring. And there's a humongous beatdown on both of those guys. Then the Good Brothers pick up Moxley and hit the magic, and then Matt Jackson removes his shoe, not the E11s or whatever, the Dior shoes. He had like flat platform shoes or whatever, like slippers almost. And he takes off his shoe and he throws it at John. Like, who throws a shoe? I mean, come on. Then he hits a barefoot super kick right in the mush. And then out comes Brandon Cutler with the BTE. So I guess we're going to see that on Monday on BTE. Then we see Kenny coming out with him. And they put Eddie on his shoulders. Kenny hits the one-winged angel. Then he covers Eddie Kingston as Nick counts 1, 2, 3. That's pretty much it. So I'm thinking, like, wait a minute. Kenny doesn't really have a challenger for Double or Nothing. So maybe I'm thinking, Eddie Kingston's going to get the shot. What's going on here? It's like total anarchy in the ring. So it was pretty, the Elite continues to run roughshod over AEW. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So I gave that whole thing 3 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on from there. And that's that. All right, let me just get my notes in order here. Okay. Yeah, shut up. All right. We go to commercial. We come back where we get to match. Let me just pass over it. We get to our next match. QT Marshall of the Nightmare Factory come out with his goons. He's on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who has Arn Anderson with him. So this was stemming from the last couple of weeks with Nightmare Factory are attacking the Gun Club, but they're attacking a lot of people and everything. And last week beats up QT Marshall on top of the bus, knocks him in the figure 4 on top of the bus. I don't know why Aubrey Edwards was on top of the bus, but it is what it is. So we get to this match, and match was all right, nothing great, pretty deep match. Starts out with Cody right off the gate beating the crap out of QT. Hits him with a running kick, then hits a front suplex, and then QT rose to the edge of the ring. He's got his own weight belt and everything. Cody tried to hit with his weight belt, but then the referee said, "No, no, no, no! You can't do that." And then while he's getting Cody's belt out of the ring, QT takes his belt off and starts smacking the crap out of Cody in the back with it, and then hits a knee to the throat in the corner. Roller Cody jumps over, goes for a power slam, but QT has it scouted, and then they go back and forth for a little bit. QT sends Cody into the corner, and hits a chop, and then with a big suplex, and then Cody rolls to the outside. QT punches his head, starts chopping him a little bit. Goes Cody back inside. Then hit QT and Anderson get into it. Owen's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Fuck you, on Anderson shoves him, and on smacks him right in the face, and then the referee gets out in the ring, gets right between them, and then the other male referees come out and basically have to take Arn Anderson out of the arena, the ringside area. So even though Arn Anderson kicked QT in the ring post, and then he started crying, then referees came from the back to escort Arn Anderson to the back. As we go to commercial, we come back. Cody comes back with a crossbody. QT comes back with some right hands. And then Cody comes back for a little bit, but QT kicks him out. We see the moon of QT Marshall's ass. No, he pull down his trucks, something like Ric Flair style, and we have to see QT's old wrinkly ass. Thankfully, they blurred that. Anyway, Cody hits a DDT off the distraction, goes to the top rope, wants the moonsault, but he ends up flying off with a pin for a near fall. Hits Rose, tries for the disaster kick, but QT ducked, locks the waist, Cody with a back elbow. He tries for the springboard Gilmore cutter, but QT catches him and hits his version of Crossroads, and I thought he was about to pin Cody, but he only got a near fall. And QT tries for a cutter, into a slide attempt, but QT reversed it into a buckle bomb to go for a power driver. But Cody reversed it, and then QT reversed it. Cody reversed it, and then Cody hits a tombstone power driver for a very near fall. Then he gets up, hits Crossroads, and looked to be over, but somehow QT got his shoulder up, and he doesn't look happy. He grabs of QT, tries to help him up, tries to let him stand. Then he's like, "Screw you!" Takes him down, locks in the figure four, tap out. And that's all I gotta say about it. So, pretty decent match. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Kind of shocked they kicked out of each other's finishers, but still pretty decent match. And Cody gets a measure of revenge. Cute, but it looks like this feud isn't going to end, because after the match, we see Cody somehow he got busted open. He's bleeding. He's bleeding on his chest, and he's bleeding from his eye. I guess he got his eyebrow was like right over here. He got not wide open, but it was just bleeding. That's kind of cool. Then he's celebrating, and then out of nowhere, Anthony, the British flag with him, and somehow I don't know. I'm like Cody's like he's like staring this way. I mean, can't from the corner of his eye, you can't see Anthony Gogo. I mean, you could have like you got get ready to fight, but he didn't see him, and Gogo comes in the ring, boom, right in the gut, and Cody's knocks him down, and he's out screaming in pain. And then, I mean, to add insult to injury, Anthony Ogogo places the British flag over Cody and in segment. So looks like we're probably gonna see Cody for Ogogo next week on the program. I mean, where the hell were Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado? They're just there just to look pretty. I mean, really, what if freaking Cody saw Anthony Ogogo and started beating the living shit out of him? Where would those two guys be? I mean, they end up back hanging out with Tony Khan when they're in catering or something. It is what it is, but like I said, Ogogo punches him right in the gut with that right hand. I mean, that right hand is lethal. But he could probably knock Jake Paul and Logan Paul out. By the way, fuck those two guys. Going off tangent for a little bit. I saw the press conference with Floyd Mayweather and I don't know if Logan Paul was there, but Jake Paul was there, and then Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather. They start looking at each other, they start trash talking each other, and then Jake Paul does the most childish thing you can. I mean, his 30s at least. I mean, dude, act your fucking age. You fucking overrated son of a bitch. This douchebag, he's like, he starts talking to Floyd, like Floyd's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat your brothers up. Oh, you really? And then, he snatches freaking Floyd Mayweather's hat off, and it starts jetting, and then Floyd Mayweather's entourage starts, surrounding him, beating. They were going after him. I mean, really, you look like a fucking idiot. Really, doing that shit, doing what like a 5 or a 10-year-old would do. My dad's better than your dad. No, my dad's better than your dad. I'm gonna take your hat. Yeah, look at me, I got your hat now. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Fucking idiot, man. Fucking idiot. And now, like, freaking both of them are getting death threats from the Floyd Mayweather camp. I don't blame them. They both should be fucking beat to a bloody pulp and put in the hospital. Fucking hell, man. I mean, I can't wait for that fight. I forget when it is. It's sometime in June, I think. June 6th, I think. Somewhere in June. And it's gonna be at the Hard Rock Casino. Or it's gonna be at the Miami Dolphin Stadium. I forget where it's actually gonna be held. But still, I can't wait for this fight. I cannot wait for it. So I want to see Floyd Money Mayweather knock Logan Paul the fuck out in the first round. I don't want this to go 2 or 3 rounds. I want him to knock him out in like 5 seconds. 5-10 seconds at most. Just knock him the fuck out so he doesn't get up. Like, knock him with one good shot. And what sucks is now there's reports saying that Jake Paul is going to be banned from the arena or whatever this fight's going to be held. So I'm like, whoop. So yeah, Jake Paul is not going to see his brother get the shit beat out of him, and he's lucky he didn't get the shit beat out of him by Floyd Mayweather and his posse. He's very lucky to be out of that and get out of there alive. Even with his shirt ripped and like I guess I don't know if he got a black eye or he just fucked up his eye or something like that. He's very lucky to be alive because his posse would have fucked him up bad. I mean, really bad. It would have put him in the hospital for months. Well, like I said, the Paul brothers are the most overrated people on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of overrated people on YouTube and in the world. I mean, the Kardashians and Kanye West and all these other overrated people. But really, Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they both need their asses handed to them. Both put in the hospital for a while. And hopefully Floyd Mayweather knocks Logan Paul on his fucking ass. I'm serious. Floyd Mayweather is gonna knock him out. So if you're into betting, bet on Floyd Mayweather, or as a good buddy Wesley Snipes used to say, always bet on black. So if I had the money, I would bet on Floyd Mayweather. I could use the money, put a nice $20 bet on Floyd Mayweather to win. Probably get my $20 back. I don't know. I don't know if you bet $20 how much you get back if you just pay $20, but like Snoop Dogg, when Snoop Dogg bet $2 million on Logan Paul to beat Ben Askren or whatever the fuck his name is. He bet $2 million. He won $2 goddamn million. I don't have $2 million. I wish I did, but because I would put $2 million on Floyd Money Mayweather to beat this fucking clown. So but still, if I put a $20 bet on it, I don't know how much I would get back. Maybe $20 back, or maybe $100 back, maybe $200 back. I don't know. But it is what it is. I'm not a betting man, but it is what it is. I don't have the money to bet, so and I don't want to lose $20 I can use and pay, to get food or pay a bill or something like that. So can't do that. So, but Floyd Mayweather is gonna beat the living shit out of Logan Paul, and I can't wait for it. That's all I got. All right, let's get back to fight. We have QT Marshall in a pretty decent match. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. Then afterwards, Anthony Gogo comes out, knocks him in the gut, and then places the United Kingdom flag or the British flag on top of Cody. So probably this Wednesday night on Dynamite, we'll get Cody or somebody from the to avenge him and take Anthony Gogo down, which I don't think is going to happen, but it is what it is, and that's what I can say about that. Cheers, motherfuckers. And this video is sponsored by Monster Ultra Rosa. Well, it's Rose, but it says Rosa on it. So. Very good. Very good. Very good. Oh, yes. Very good. All right, that's it. Let me move on. All right, after that, we go backstage with, we have Scorpio and Ethan Page. They're on somewhere in Gailey's place, I think on the concourse or something like that. So they're talking with Alex Marvez, and Scorpio is not more than feeding on the blood of the company. And he's like, you know what we do to mosquitoes? We kill them. So he says, so listen up, Steve, because we all know Steve Borden is Sting. So it says, so listen up, Steve. Overstayed your welcome, and showtime is over. And then this guy, I'm the franchise now. Bitch. Take a page out of my book. Saying Peter Gilman, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. So yeah, they're kind of still going with that Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, Sting, Darby Allin storyline. So that's that. Ethan and Darby, they have a very storied history, I guess, from the indie circuit, and I think Evolve as well. We're going to skip the in-ring history, talk about his medical history. He says Darby's face paint is to cover a dent he permanently placed in his forehead and a metal in his elbow also because of him. I don't know if that's true or not, but and then out of nowhere, Darby Allin comes in and attacks. And like I said, they're in the upper deck section of it. So Darby's beating the crap out of everybody, and they're going down the concourse and everything. Darby then climbs the ladder. That's like not a ladder, but like a one of those things you just go. And a coffin drop on Ethan. But then this guy hits Darby with a trash can, and then drags him over to some steps that leads down to, I guess, the next area. Ethan attacks with some kicks, and then Ethan shoves Darby's head into the shoes of Scorpio Sky, and then Ethan does his best Brock Lesnar impersonation and takes Darby and throws him down the steps. And yeah, that was some scary shit. I mean, kind of reminded me of Brock Lesnar, who was in a wheelchair, just looked down the stairs back in 2002, 2003, I think. That was some scary shit. And then Darby, not knowing how to fall down a goddamn flight of steps, fucks his shoulder up. And then we see, the medics coming over, like, someone help out here! So, yeah. Darby, a little later, he has a TNT title defense this Wednesday night, and doesn't look good for him, because that's, with his opponent, oh boy, I feel Darby, and I think his title reign is going to just about almost 200 days, so sucks for him. That's all I got to say about it. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, we move on. All right, match number, we had Dr. Britt taking on somebody from Elevation, Dark Elevation, or Dark. I think her name was Julia Hart. No relation to the Hart family or anything like that. But yeah, up a comedy, from Elevation, or and he's taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD baby, and yeah, thanks for coming, Julia Hart, because Britt Baker beat this poor girl's body up. I mean, she beat the crap out of mid-25. She hits a sling blade. Then Rebel gives her the glove, and she hits a right hand, sets up for the neck breaker. That twisting neck breaker. Was about to win the match from there, but Britt's like, no. She stops the pin, and the ref is like, what are you doing? So Britt's like, I got this. I'm the best, blah, blah, blah. She locks in the lockjaw, an instant tap out. I was like, that's it. So she gets the win, like a minute 25. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. Just, Britt Baker, continuing her dominance on Dark Elevation, on Dark, and now on Dynamite. And it was announced that at Double or Nothing, we're going to see a match. Hikaru Shida, the AEW Women's the #1 contender, Dr. Britt Baker, EMD, baby, with Riddle in her corner. It's going to be a barn-burning match. I can't wait for that match. It should be a good match. I think Britt Baker's going to finally get the belt and probably hold on to it for a little bit. And then I think the first chapter is the Rosa. They really haven't finished that storyline. I think they have, but they might go back to it. So, I mean, she's got some people to fight for that title when she's got Thunder Rosa, she's got Hikaru getting a rematch. Ty Conti, Anna Jay when she comes back. Nyla Rose. Jade Cargill, I think, might get a shot. I think probably win it. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. That's pretty much all I gotta say. All right, after that, we got Technique by Taz, where he analyzes Christian Cage's Frog Splash and the Kill Switch. So we got that. So it is what it is, and that's that. That's all I can say. All right, then we got the match number 4. We get a 4-team, an 8-man tag. Well, not an 8-man tag. We got a fatal 4-way tag team match. We got the Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison Jr. Who, yeah, if you didn't see Dark Side of the Ring last night, pretty shocking shit. I mean, I saw all of it. I mean, they showed part 1 on YouTube, and then they showed, part 1 on YouTube, then they showed part 2 on Vice. With Brian Pillman, the whole storyline with Stone Cold, and when he held the gun to Stone Cold and everything, and then him getting basically kicked out of WWE, and then after that he killed himself. And, yeah, should be in the Hall of Fame, but he's not, sadly. And Brian Pillman Jr., he's doing pretty well for himself. Former MLW champion. Now is on in AEW. It's on Dynamite sometimes, mostly on Dark and Elevation. But still, he's doing pretty good for himself as the son of the late great Brian Pillman. He's doing pretty good. And that's that. They take on Jurassic Express. Jungle Boy Jack and Luchasaurus. They take on the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowen and Max Caster, and Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. So this was a pretty decent match. Nothing great. I think the obvious winner here. So it starts off with JB. Who is JB? Jungle Boy and Kaz get a lockup, and they do some technical work here, and then Kaz hits a shoulder tackle to Jungle Boy. Then some more rope work, arm drag attempt, go behind, and Kaz locks up. Rolls up Jungle Boy for a near fall. Then he goes for a jackknife pin, but Jungle Boy pushes off, backslide, and control from Kaz for a roll a near fall. And then which everybody was like, "Yay, it's great." And then after that, JR, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone talking about the rules to this match. Like, we didn't know whether the first fall to a finish. Come on. Anyway, we come back. Max Caster has a cover on Daniels. Daniels could get a cravat from behind. And then Anthony Bowen comes in. And they start working on Daniels for a little bit. But then Daniel handed a big boot, then the STO to Bowen. And then Luchasaurus comes in, hits a hard chop to the back, then a German suplex. Then he gets a double choke slam to both of the Varsity Blondes. Brian Pillman Jr. gets a choke slam first. And then Griff Garrison slammed onto him right after. And then Kaz comes in with, I don't know if he somehow it's sent down chest first. Ouch. And then Lucha with a choke slam to the outside onto both of the Varsity Blondes. That was sick. Then hits the tail whip to both of the Acclaimed. Tags in Jungle Boy, and they hit Stereo Funds slams on top of to go for the cover to get a near fall and then Daniels enters. Griff Garrison gets a tag, and then Jungle Boy gets a tag. He tries to fly, but Daniels pulls Jungle Boy off. He flies off the apron and hits a flatliner to Luchasaurus. And then Kaz runs to Jungle Boy, tags himself in, rolls Brian Pillman up for a nail. Then he hits a kick, and then the STO for another near fall. And then him up in a Kaz picks Brian Pillman up, power driver position, and then is there. The best moonsault ever. They hit the SCU. I don't know what they call that move. Where they hit Daniels system moonsault, and then Kaz. So they hit that. They get the win. 1, 2, 3. So SCU picks up a win. Kind of a predictable finish because they, with what's going to happen afterward. What happened last week with them coming out and challenge the Bucks for the AEW tag team belts. And if they lose, they will break up forever. So obviously they have to win here to get some momentum for them. Because this coming week on Dynamite, we'll get the tag team title match between the Young Bucks and SCU. I think SCU is going to break up, which sucks. I'm a big SCU fan. They were a trio, and even before when they were it was just Kaz and Daniels, as the Addiction back in in TNA, then in Ring of Honor when they were champions for a while, going against the Motor City Machine Guns, and then the Bucks, and then it's gonna be an emotional match. Like I said, I think the Bucks will retain. I think they probably fight King and Moxley at nothing for the belts. But we'll see what happens with that. But then again, Tony Khan could swerve us all and have SCU win the tag team belts for the second time. And then somehow, they might, they have a rematch at Double or Nothing. The Bucks get, just to keep them around for the staff purposes. I guess you can give them the belts for that. But I think, logically, and logic sometimes wins, SCU is gonna break up. I think they're going to go their own way. Kazarian probably, I don't know what's going to happen if they're going to retire. I mean, they're old farts. I mean, Daniels is like 50-something years old now. Kaz is getting around 40, 45 years old now. They've done it all. X Division titles. Daniels finally gets the world title in Ring of Honor. Multiple tag team titles between both of them. And, I think it's going to come. And that's all I can say about that. So SCU is probably going to break up next week. And Daniels will probably just go do behind-the-scenes shit that he's been doing AEW anyway. We noticed him on BTE a lot, and they kind of mentioned him. He's like, what is he? Talent, president of talent relations or something like that. Or he's just a backstage guy. And then I don't know what's going to happen with Kazarian, if they're going to keep him around. Maybe he'll be on Dark or Elevation, kind of maybe make on Dynamite a little bit, maybe get TNT title match, not a world title match. They might keep him around, or he'll be like Daniels and be a backstage guy, or producer, or shit like that. But we'll see. And the Bucks for the tag team belts, and if SCU does not win, they have to break up for good, and that will suck for a lot of people. And that's that. All right, so I gave that match 2.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't that bad. All right, after that, we see Tony Schiavone. He's taking bags. All this was taped before because couldn't bring down the cage because it's too big and to fit in Daily's place, and there's no ceiling. So he set this up. They taped most of the rest of what was going to happen afterward on another night or whatever. That's why there was no taping for Dark, which sucked. So I don't know if they're taping anything this weekend for Dark. I don't know what they're doing with Dark this week, so I don't know. It is what it is. So anyway, Tony's side saying that he wants to announce some matches for Double Thing. Oh, finally! About 4 weeks away. We need, we only have one match announced, which was the women's title match between Dr. Britt Baker, DMD Bay, and Sheeta. We're gonna, we need some more matches on the card. So anyway, brings up the champ Kenny Omega. He comes out with all the belts, even though he was only wearing the AEW World Title, and Nakazawa had the Triple A Championship around his waist and the Impact titles around his shoulders. People, freaking making big fuss out of this. It's like, oh, if this was TNA, people be pissed. That's how Kenny Omega works, people. I think he worked Bully Ray. I think. I'm not, he did or not, but. Kenny knows how to play a heel. He knows how to work people. And I think he worked Bully Ray. That's why Bully Ray got pissed, because, basically, a nobody in Nakazawa holding all those belts. Like, he has all those belts. I mean, Kenny couldn't put it on himself, but, it is what it is. So anyway, Kenny wonders how many people are ready for Blood and Guts. Like, I'm not. I'm kind of busy. Now that the match has come to pass, and the match that will decide who the next challenger to his AE title will be. And then Tony said, this coming week, the top 2 contenders will go one-on-one. Pac and Orange one-on-one, and the winner will face Kenny at Double or Nothing for the AEW World Title. So Kenny's like, oh, this is exciting. This is what makes AEW exciting. And he reminds Tony that Pac has already beat him before, way back when, at All in one. There's one because you call it All in. There was All Out. All Out was Pac and Kenny. So it had. Kenny beat him, Pac beat Kenny, and Kenny tapped out. So Kenny wants Pac at Double or Nothing to get revenge and get his win. So Tony reminds him it's Pac or Orange Cassidy. So Kenny's like, so he doesn't really give 2 shits. So out comes Orange Cassidy, looking cool, like a Kyle O'Reilly. So Kenny's laughing, and then Tony announces Orange Cassidy again. And then Kenny's like, Pac or... Are you serious? Laughing at... And then he grabs the mic from Tony Baloney, and he says he knows what OC means. Sees people with their hands in their pockets, little children dressing up like Orange Cassidy for Halloween, going to their sock house because they think it's cool. So he gets what OC is, a feel-good wrestler. He's popular. The people love to want to be like him because they can, but they can never be like Kenny. And someone like Orange Cassidy will never be championship material. And the only thing champ material about OC is something that he ripped off of Kenny, which is the Ray-Ban glasses. So he grabs the glasses off of Orange Cassidy, and he says that he fancies himself as a shade guy. He made it popular. He made it famous. He's like, what are these Ray-Bans? Limited edition? freshly squeezed variety. What? How much are these? $800? I don't know. Probably like $1,000, but it is what it's. He says that Orange Cassidy will never take his title, but he has taken his time because of that. He from Orange Cassidy, and then Kenny gives Nakazawa the glasses, and he looks kind of cool in it. Then he goes back to Orange Cassidy. Says the thing is the glasses look better on Nakazawa than him, and he looks more of a champion as well. Then Kenny says that maybe he'll see Orange Cassidy become a fully grown adult when he goes on both. Then he tells Orange Cassidy that I'll see him later, and he leaves. And yeah, kind of a long ass segment, really that long. I know Kenny has a lot to say, but didn't need to be like 10-15 minutes. I mean, really, come on, Kenny. You do better than that, but it is what it is. So, it looks like they're pushing Orange Cassidy a bit to get this big time match with Kenny, and I think he's gonna beat Pac next week on the program. Get his match with Kenny. Have a I would say maybe a 3.5, maybe 4-star match. Give Kenny for his money. Maybe hit the beach break and about to pin Kenny. He's about to win the belt. Everybody's going nuts. And then Kenny somehow kicks out. And then Kenny comes back. Boom, 1-winged angel. He retains the belt. That's it. I mean, this is really a nothing match for Kenny, but he's gonna retain the belt, obviously. And then we'll see what happens after that. As we get to Fyter Fest, somebody there probably retain the belt there, and then go into All Out 3 against I don't know who. Maybe Adam Page, even though a lot of people are saying it's too soon. Like I mentioned before in my other videos, there's nobody for Pac. We already seen that. So why not put the number 2 guy, in? Let's give Orange Cassidy a shot. Why not? You couldn't put Cody in that place. Cody's got a big announcement to make next week. I don't know what that is. Besides, I don't know what Cody's gonna say next week. Besides that, that Double or Nothing's gonna be in Daly's place with 100% capacity. They're filling that nothing. Get on the horn and pick up your tickets. Because it's gonna be full capacity. They're saying so. Of course, AEW is gonna be going on tour in July. Probably to Texas. The only place I think they can go is Texas right now. So other state open stadiums and shit. So they can go to maybe New Jersey at the Prudential Center. They can go they may go to New York. I don't know where. Besides Albany, maybe. I don't think they're gonna go in New York City specifically. And if they do, they better come to the Hammerstein Ballroom. Though a lot of people saying they should go to Madison Square Garden, which I wouldn't mind. But I'll have to sit in the nose to go to that fucking show. But it is what it is. So I don't know what besides Texas and maybe New York and maybe Chicago, maybe somewhere in the South area, they could do that. They can go on tour, start with that. I don't know about California because California still has a lot of cases with this fucking virus. So I don't know about California right now. But yeah, they're gonna be going on tour in July, so that should be good. So I can get back to the fans. I don't know what the state. If they're going to be at 33% capacity, or they're going to be at 50% capacity, or they're going to be at full capacity again. But who knows? We'll see what happens in July. And then hopefully we'll find out where All Out 3 is going to be. If it's not going to be in Daly's place, maybe they'll get to do it either with all in, and then the last 2 All Outs. So maybe it'll be in Chicago this year. Who knows? They start touring, we're going to get pay-per-views out of Florida, most likely, Get Revolution probably in Las Vegas or in California or maybe in New York. Not Revolution Full Gear, Maybe next year's Double or Nothing will be in Vegas. At the MGM Grand, like it was the last couple years. because this is Double or Nothing 3. So we'll see. So Cody's got an announcement. Like I said, I don't know what it is. All the fans are going to be back, 100% capacity. That's a big announcement. We already knew that. That's not an announcement, Cody. Announcement is somebody big coming back or something like that. So we'll have to see Wednesday what Cody's big announcement is going to. And like I said, Pac versus Orange Cassidy, who faces Kenny. I think for the like I said, I think Orange Cassidy's going to get the win, face Kenny, but lose. Gonna give him a good match, but still lose, and that's all I guess about that. It is what it is. All right, so I gave all that. I gave it 5 stars. Too long, but not bad. It's always good to hear from Kenny as always. All right, then we go to commercial. We come back. Tony still cage side, so we got another interview. This time he invites Mito smash Lana pussy. Yeah. So he comes out for an interview. It's the mic from Tony Schiavone. Tony's like, man, what is people? They don't like me? No, nobody likes you, Tony Schiavone. I don't like you. Even though I use your name in my e-fed, but my old e-fed, back in the day when I was in college radio days, he used Tony Baloney, as my not my nickname. I had Tony Baloney as big Tony Baloney and JR as the commentary team. I had Mills Insane as the referee. Let's get it on. Good times. And actually, I used Baloney in my current EFED, the evil EFED, which is now getting again. And supposedly it's gonna be with my sexy face on it. Why just let me do all the work, right? To do my own EFED again, like I did 20 some odd years ago. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Shane Carver can't do it himself. He has to use my sexy face. I mean, look at my sexy face. You notice I shaved. It's coming back again, but I train on Sunday when I go out from Mother's Day. I'm gonna trim it a little bit more, and then probably next weekend, I'm gonna try to get all of it shaved so I have a nice clean shaved face for before moment. Don't you, ladies? It is what it is. All right, so Miro comes out, takes the mic from Schiavone, says he told the world that no one would distract his destiny. He won the locker room. Now the problem is here to collect. He has a contract. He says it's signed, and it says that in 7 days from now or next week, he has a date with Destiny. He says that he will face Darby Allin for the TNT title. He tells Darby he can fall down as many steps as he wants, but he can't avoid the match. The contract says that if Darby cannot compete, he forfeits the title. But Miro doesn't want the forfeit. He wants Darby to show up whether he has one arm or not. So yeah, we're gonna get a big time match with Miro and Darby Allin, and probably his hardest match to date. We'll see what happens. He also says next week we find out when the man who doesn't mind dying the man who doesn't mind killing him. So yeah, we're gonna see Darby Allin defend against Miro. And we'll see what happens. I don't see Darby winning this match. I think finally gonna give it to Miro. and Miro's probably gonna go on a little bit with it. Then they see Sabian coming back and getting revenge, even though he has a legit injury now. I think what we saw with Miro slamming the door on Kip Sabian's wrist. I think he has a broken wrist or broken arm or something like that. So we could see Kip Sabian getting involved in a match and costing the belt, Haynes, and Bobby Allen and Sting taking on Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky and tag match, and then somewhere after that, I think the belt Ethan Page was Sky after that, but we'll see what happens with that. So I gave the Miro 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we get to the main event: blood and guts, double cage, double ring match, war game style match, and simple rules here, not like NXT war games where they don't have a top or anything. Blah blah blah. One member enters from each time for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I thought it was after 2 minutes, but this is after 5. Pinnacle advantage. They alternate every 2 minutes, and then once all 10 men are in the cage, the match beyond begins. So we see the Pinnacle is in white. Inner Circle comes out in black. Santana has a hard water in his hand. Oh boy. This is going to be some blood, motherfuckers. And that's that. And there was a lot of blood in this match. I think almost everybody was busted wide open in this match. So he wants to go first. And he gets in the cage. And then he starts fighting Dax. Dax Harwood. And right off the gate, they beat the living Jesus out of each other. And like maybe a couple of minutes in, Dax Harwood's busted wide open. Just bleeding like a faucet. And just starts beating him up. And then Sean Spears comes in with a chair. And so 1-1. And yeah, Dax is bleeding like a faucet. I mean, he blades really bad. I mean, blades worse than when Eddie Guerrero played against JBL. I mean, it's just gushing blood in that match. Probably one of the sickest matches, bloodiest match in WWE history. That match with JBL and Eddie Guerrero. Sick. So yeah, he's busted wide open. So Sam Burns, Spears hits him right in the head with a chair. So they brought chair shots to the head back, unprotected, by the way. So Sammy's knocked out. And then Spears starts stepping on his face and checks on Dax. Dax seems like he's okay, even though he's gushing blood. And then Ortiz comes in with a chair and then hits Sean Spears in the face with the chair. Hits Dax in the face with the chair. And then Ortiz tosses the chair into the head of Dax, and it starts beating him up. And then chair shot to the back, his special. I mean, lots of good spots here. And then Cash Wheeler comes in. They start beating him down 3-on-2. Spears steps over for a sharpshooter. Cash with a Corey special in between the ropes and the cage. He hits it, and Ortiz falls down between the ring and the cage. Sean Spears still has a sharpshooter in. And then Santana comes in, starts beating up everybody, hits a rock bottom to Cash. And we had a lot of commercials which weren't needed in this match. Should have went, 60-minute time limit, no commercial breaks. But, we go back and forth with commercial breaks. Wardlow comes in off a commercial break, talking cage, bombs Santana into the cage, and then Jake Hager comes in, and they go at it. And Hager gets the Hager bomb, the Cash, ankle Spears task, but doesn't matter because I think it's you have to win by surrender. I think not all 10 men were in the ring, so no winner right there. Even though you can tap all you want, but all 10 men have to be in the ring before the match officially starts. It is what it is. Busted wide open. At it. MJF comes in. But C4 starts beating everybody up. We see Cash Wheeler's covered in blood. And then we have to wait till Jericho comes in, and we got like 20 minutes left in a match. And then the Pinnacle ganging up on Santana. And then the bell rings. Jericho comes in, and now it's submit or surrender. Then we see the Pinnacles on one side of the Inner Circle on the other. They were like, then you go, charge! And everybody goes at each other. Clocks Dax in the face. Hits Spears with it. Spears climbs some scaffolding inside the cage. Jericho follows, sends Spears face into the crossbar. Starts hanging Spears by his neck. Jericho hops down and Spears left hang. It's nasty. We go to another commercial, and then we see the wood of the ring exposed by FTR. They want to power drive Santana or Ortiz wood, but they fight out of it. Sammy goes to the top rope, and Ortiz set up for power drive, and it's both of them down hard on the wood. MJ would turn on Jericho's code breaker. And then Sean Spears took off the turnbuckle and had it in his hand. Ortiz hangs up Spears in the queue of, whoa! Holds the chair. Sammy is on the opposite side. Coast on a Van Terminator. Face of Spears. That was a spot. Jericho has the turnbuckle. Clocks MJF in the face. Busts him wide open. Santana has a fork in his hand, and he starts chewing on the prongs. Ugh. Hope that was I think it was a metal fork and not a plastic fork. So Santana stops stabbing MJF in the head with it, busting him more wide open, and just fucking sick after that. And then that the Inner Circle stands tall by beating everybody up. Then after that, somehow Billy Blanchard gets the Sean Spears stole the keys somehow. He opens the cage door. MJF gets out, and then he starts climbing the cage. Jericho follows. They get on top of the cage, beating the crap out of each other. Jericho kicks him and knocks him walls of Jericho. And everybody going this to freaking Jericho's nutsack. I guess that's an inventive way to get out of the walls of Jericho. Then MJF locks in the salt of the hits the salt of the earth. We get some nice aerial shots. Nothing great, but it is what it is. Then MJF releases the hold, swings the hand into the top of the cage, and steps on it, biting Jericho's hand. He in the salt earth, and we don't know what the hell is going down inside the ring because we're on top of the cage. We don't know what's going on down in the other cage. And then MJ puts his dynamite ring on, turns to Jericho, punches him right in the head, and MJF screaming, blood coming down his face. And then we see Jericho's busted wide open from the shot. He bladed too. So MJF goes to the edge of the cage, and we see this big freaking thing, with the AEW logo on it. So I know it's something to have. MJF Jericho by the edge of the cage. He brings Jericho to his knees by his neck. He screams at the inner circle that he's got to throw Jericho off the cage. He says, "I'm going to do it. You don't surrender, I'm going to do it." And then we see Santana and Ortiz climbing the cage. And then Guevara's like telling them, "No, do it. And then we still see Ortiz and Santana climbing up the cage. And took them that long to get up to the cage. And then MJF still screaming that he's got to throw Jericho off the top of the cage. And then Sammy Guevara is like, "We surrender! We surrender!" And that's it. So the match ends. The Pinnacle gets the victory. Match was pretty good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Still, not a great ending there, but it is what it is. Afterwards, smiling. Jericho's still on his hands on the edge of the cage. MJF looks on with a big grin as the Pinnacle gets announced that they're the winners, and then Jericho starts talking. So MJF holds his hands up, looks at Jericho, and he just goes, just shoves Jericho off the cage, and then Jericho lands on the stage, which is basically a crash pad. It was concrete. And then Jericho's going, "By God, Jericho just broke his goddamn back." Though we see that it was cardboard and an air mattress, or they're really not going to kill a 50-year-old guy in Chris Jericho. You think they're going to actually do that? The fucking marks and us complaining, about, it's like, "Oh, it's a fucking crash pad," this and that, And then other people saying, freaking Matt Hardy missed the spot and cracked his head on the concrete and almost got killed. People were complaining about that. These marks can't be happy about any fucking thing. It's just these WWE marks. They come out and say, "Hey, they used the crash pad." Fuck you, man. So anyway, so Jericho falls on the cement. With a mattress and a fucking cardboard shit. So doctors and the medics and all of the inner circle looking at Jericho. Jericho's busted wide open. We see Dean Malenko come out and look on with concern. Blah blah blah. And then MJF stands at the edge of the cage. He looks down on a falling at the. He said, "I'm gonna look over you and I'm gonna say those 2 words. I'm gonna say thank you." And that's what he did. He said what he was gonna do, and he did it. So, I don't know where this is going to lead from here. I would assume that, since MJF has now beaten Jericho twice now, that I would assume they're going to do a 3rd match at Double or Nothing. MJF and Chris Pinnacle banned from ringside. Something like that. I don't know what else they can do. I mean, they did a cage, kinda. You know, it was War Games. They had a one-on-one match. MJF beat them. So the only thing they could do is a street fight, which would kind of be boring, or what a lot of people said, like Joe Cronin said, and I think JD said, and other people have said, why not just do a last man standing match? Freaking MJF. And that's it. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think, Jericho probably won't be on the show next week. MJF's going to come out with the Pinnacle and say, I beat Jericho. This war is over. And we'll probably maybe see Jericho from on the Titantron, not the Titantron, on the on the screen from his house or from the hospital or something like that. And he challenges MJF to a last man standing match at Double or Nothing. Because it got 3 weeks this Wednesday. Then I assume the week after that he's gonna come back and they're gonna hype the match at Double or Nothing, which is probably gonna be a good match. And hopefully, it's Jericho wins. But like I said, it'd probably be a last man standing match. I can't see like a loser leaves AEW match and then MJF loses and he leaves AEW. That makes no sense. He's one of the best heels in the business right now. So it'll make no sense for him to leave AEW. So I would that. So yeah, so the Pinnacle wins. Blood and guts. Good match. Crappy ending. And that's it is what it is. Like I said, Tony Khan cannot give the fans a good ending for the life of him. And God forbid they have something, at the end of Double or Nothing that's supposedly gonna be shocking. In front of that live crowd, that full capacity crowd. It's gonna like Tony Khan does something like that. The fans are gonna revolt. I mean, he gave refunds to the people that were at the show. I heard I don't know if it was a rumor, but like 5 people got refunds. 5? I don't know about that. I don't know about 5, but I think whoever was there, got the refunds. But we should get the refunds to all the people that was supposed to be in Newark, New Jersey last year for what was supposed to be blood and guts between the Inner Circle and the Elite. But thanks to the fucking virus that knocked that out. And then you have 1 month to build this version of blood. Good, crappy ending. And still, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And we're going to see what happens next with that. Like I said, I think MJF and the Pinnacle are going to come out. They're going to praise themselves, say that Jericho's done. He's never coming back. And then Jericho comes back. And we get round 3 with MJF and Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing. And that's probably all I got to say about that. So all in all, did 1.09 million views, or if you want to round it up to a 1.1. They did pretty damn good in the demo, 0.43, I believe. They were number 1 on cable on Wednesday night. Awesome. And, they beat out Raw and, from the past Friday Night SmackDown and this week's Raw. I think they did 279. Damn good. That's a number you have to look at. So, AEW doing some good shit. Some good shit. And this week is going to be a big show. Going to be a good show. You got the Pinnacle, talking about blood and guts. You got Jon Moxley defending the IWGP United States title against Yuji Nagata. Maybe TNT in like 20 some odd years, which we all remember him back in WCW. Then he went to Japan. Basically did has done some great things in Japan, and we over the years. Just wars with Minoru Suzuki and Ishiro guy. Amazing career. I would love to see him in the Hall of Fame and maybe the WWE Hall of Fame. Not that he was in the WWE Hall of Fame, but they put he put Sting in. I don't know if they'll put like a guy that hasn't been in the WWE like Yuji Nagata in. They put what's his name? Like Jushin Thunder Liger in, but he was in WWE for like that one match with Tyler Breeze. That's great. So maybe we'll see Yuji Nagata in WWE for like one match against like Roman Reigns or something like that. Who knows? But yeah. So yeah, they're gonna have that match on TV. I think the first time the IWGP TV, I believe. I'm not sure on that, but it is what it is. we got that match. We got Darby Allin defending the TNT title against Milo. We got SCU taking on the Bucks for the AEW. What else? I think Jade Cargill is going to be on the show next week. I think that's it. Cody's got his big announcement. We'll see what happens. Probably more stuff with Kenny and the Bucks and the Good Brothers and Don Callis. More of that. So another stacked show coming up this Wednesday night on Dynamite. I think it's a live show. I'm gonna get that. So it's gonna be a good show this Wednesday night. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be another good show. I hope they get another. I hope at this rate, if they can keep up, if they can stay constant with a getting 1 million views each week, I think they'll be fine. I'd like to see them get above 1.2 personally, but we'll see what happens with that as time goes above 1 million. I think they'll be just fine. They don't have to be like getting raw numbers like you get a 1.6 or 1.7. I think eventually they'll get there because Raw's just going down the toilet, even though this week's 0.79 or something like that. Not great, but it is what it is. But I can see, Dynamite getting close to a 1.3, maybe a 1.4. I can see that, but we'll see. And meatballs. I'm hungry for a meatball sandwich now, but I'm not gonna go out and get it. And I want to order from DoorDash right now. Not DoorDash, or DoorDash or Uber Eats right now. I don't have a lot of money with me right now, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. So probably not gonna order out for like the rest of the month until I get some get my next check in. Hopefully by next week I get my check. So after next week I should have get that fixed too. No. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So my final rating for Blood and Guts, or for the entire Dynamite, I gave 7.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment or video. You can do a video reply down below if you wish. Any questions you might have, put it down below in the comment section of the video. Continue to smash that like button to death. You haters, you know what to do. Keep rotating on my dick, hitting that dislike button, even though it equals views, motherfuckers. But you're all jealous. And, keep calling me a hypocrite because I do it back. I don't care. You don't like it? Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. That's all I can say. You don't like it? Too bad. Kiss my ass and suck my royal dick if you don't like it. That's all I got to say about that. You don't like it? Fuck you. That's that. So, smash the like button to death. Continue to subscribe to my channels. All my channels down below in the description box. Continue to hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow me on social media. All the stuff's down below. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that goddamn bell. Turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever miss an upload. So you stay in the loop so you don't miss a beat. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to grab some food. I'm going to go to the deli, get some cold cuts, get a couple beef patties, just some lunch and dinner. And then enjoy SmackDown tonight. I'll be back later tonight, right after SmackDown, probably around 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock, with my SmackDown review over on my Killer Demon 669 channel. So check it out. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I go live. So we'll talk about SmackDown. The Throwdown SmackDown, Throwback SmackDown, whatever the fuck they're calling it. So I'll talk about SmackDown. Maybe talk about some other shit. Hopefully we have some people in the chat. We'll see what happens with that, with all that. And that's it. And we'll get our weekend started. The weekend's already started here. Rose is in Florida. Hopefully she has a good time down there. And you'll see her back in 10 days. 10 or 11, 10 days. But like I said, I probably won't do when I do the Raw review on the 17th. Probably won't do it that day. I'll probably do it the next day, probably the 18th. So, But she loves you all. She loves all of you, even you haters. She loves you haters a long time too. But she'll just crush your face with her hot ass. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So Rosa will be back in 10 days to annoy me and to have our epic banter and all that good shit. Get fucked in the ass like she did last night before she left. Had to be a good boy. Give it a good dick before she went on vacation, because she's gonna be away for 10 days. Gonna miss my big, long, hard, super Italian cock for 10 days, and when she comes back, she's gonna get it right. Gonna get it good and hard. Lots and lots on that when she comes back. I know she might be jet lagged, but still, I'm gonna fuck the crap out of her. But it is what it is. You wish you could do that, but you can't, because you have no jobs. You don't have a job. You live in your mom's basement, make 600 million fake accounts, playing with yourself, watching granny porn and gay porn, and no lives. No fucking life, and that's all I gotta say about that. So, hey, fuck you, and oh yeah, fuck you, man. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, thank you all for watching. I'll be back later tonight with my SmackDown review, and that's all I gotta say about it. So, thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to be nice to your mama. Buy her some flowers. Take her out to dinner, or take out to lunch. Take out to dinner. Buy some good stuff. Maybe some perfume. Buy a card. Just be nice to your mama. And that's all I gotta say about that. Be nice to your mama. But all you haters, you can fuck your mama. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's it. So be nice to your mama this weekend. And that's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you guys later. I'm Peter Gilmore. I'm hungry. And I'll see you guys later on the Kill the Demons channel for my SmackDown review. So I'm out. Peace, bitches. And if you're not down with that, fuck you, man. I'm out. Bye.